Ghana announces withdrawal from London Energy Summit. Energy Summit and there was a koso London. Ghana yatwe ho edi free mu ama akwakoye asemfoforo, because we already know there's tensions between the two countries after the reparations in some the new updates and say Ghana has withdrawn from Energy Summit was in Kekoso United Kingdom London enti Ghana yatwe ho free mu na ensam no anything ensam no say omo ehye energy nim sa summit na omo eyen omo ho say the people in Ghana and I say Africa hankasa in particular, the people that are involved no omo eswa nipa omo ka summit no ho ema no edimu ewo ebibima mu ha no omo eswa enti Ghana's Energy Commission ade a omo edi to dwa say omo enform ho enkonkohye mu bi, and they have withdrawn from the Energy Summit was in Kekoso United Kingdom London no, and as we speak now there is not going to be any representation Nigeria Ghana and as a United Kingdom from Ghana ambako pm sa Energy Summit no eso ho updates by say already no omo and some a faction of politics in United Kingdom even there is going to be a visa ban for Ghanaians, especially here championing reparations. Yes, so in retaliation is what we are hearing now. Ghana announces withdrawal from London Energy Summit, demands African representation. Ghana's Chamber Energy, led by Executive Chairman Joshua B. Na, has announced its withdrawal from the Africa Energy Summit in London, citing discriminatory hiring practices and the systematic exclusion of African professionals from leadership and decision-making roles. Enti Energy Chamber no omo atwe omo ho every this particular summit na ebekoso London no, because omo hwemu as omo make a decision ni nyina on Africa Energy no akwakoye menka ne say afoforo na ehye leadership no omo make decisions, and they are expecting say we have African professionals omo so ebetimi they will be involved in decision making. Something that is pertaining Africa, the energy of Africa. Not more Africans are free when Ghana Energy Chamber. So edi omo ensema to jo muchirimu a enya de say omo ebekosa summit ni bi na omo enhwe na omo making sure the leadership and decision making roles no, they involve most African professionals in the energy sector. Said beya ebetimi aboa na omo etimi ahwe nsema ka Africa's energy sector. Now, let's look at some of the points that came out from this particular update. Ghana's Energy Chamber has withdrawn from the Africa Energy Summit in London, citing discriminatory hiring and exclusion of African professionals from key roles. This decision reflects a broader continental push with other African countries and organizations demanding better representation in international energy forums. Energy forums be because and I say any decision making be pertaining African energy, they should make sure that they involve most of the professionals in that sector Africa. The chamber called on Ghanaian stakeholders to reconsider summit participation until corrective actions are taken by organizers. It got to a point they had to come back and beg Ghanaians. Say yes, na all these your concerns, and I say every summit it will be addressed later. The organizers and despite Africa's growing influence in global energy, platforms often fail to include African professionals in staffing and agenda setting, undermining credibility. And that is the aspect Despite Africa's growing influence in global energy, you say niema dodo na most of the minerals and I say niema ye de share energy globally no ye nya dodo na so be edi free abibima mu ha ni nyina echi no so yes ye sigina ye bia na ye yi Ghana for efrime no na akwakoye asemo enu ti Ghana ye gina so say energy Africa Energy Summit abekọ so e UK London no ye twen ye ho edi efrim. The Energy Chamber Ghana has demanded that summit organizers disclose workforce diversity data, clarify recruitment pathways, include Africa-based professionals in leadership, and establish engagement channels with African institutions supporting workforce and capacity building. Recognition, representation, and fairness cannot be optional. They are central to the credibility of the continent's energy narrative. This is from Mr. Na. As Africa grows in global energy influence, Ghana's withdrawal signals a clear message. African talents cannot be treated as optional participants in discussions about its own resources, and platforms claiming to represent Africa must reflect African leadership at every level. In Jomuchiremwa, any kwasem yi yesi nchen. Yen na niema no fa ye ho, asem no yen ye ho na efa. Enti eya dan na muzi ye free ho. Na omusan so chiremu according to Ghana Energy Chamber, omu chiremu omu pese omu hu the recruitment pathways. Ekwan be so na mo fa nipa e de omu kọ Africa energy sector no mo fa omu e de omu kọ so. They want to know. Because Emma say yeti ho no be friend ye summit. Na summit ne be ko na empanimfo tete ho. We don't know how they were recruited. We don't know how they got to that particular position. Most of them too ye be hwem na omo ye foreigners, omo nye abibiman mufo. Omo ye foreigners, omo make a decision on something that is pertaining Africans. This is something that Ghana is objecting. Echemu asese there yemfa ye ho NG summit ni mu until say all these things will be corrected. No so Eddie Amamo. Cameroon. Cameroon's president Paul Biya ono ena the longest serving president globally. We are seeing na ono ena wedi president ache over 50 something years, 46 years and counting. And a papai president. Yenye nim say o take over from Ahmadu Ahijo ono ena o take over from 1982 up to 2026. Now the news coming in from Cameroon ni chemwa omo vice president position since 1972. Ena omo any vice president they scraped that particular position if you ho enti ho no more president nko and no more Cameroon. Now the news coming in Tremua, they have reinstated that portfolio of vice presidency. This is here, omo the vice president portfolio no asanso the aba. Na eno ena hwehwe amanfo aso se papai he wants to claim the succession or person making sure say o free so a ne hu nipa ena beba because ntia yenya Tremua ono ankasa ne ba Frank Biya ono eno person de be vice president Cameroon and per reports no ordinary vice president no kra wie ne sa ono no person de be si anemu as vice president enti eno Tremua na yes papa no person making sure say presidency Emfri Nebushem. Cameroon restores vice president's role as 93-year-old Paul Biya moves to secure succession. And he's trying to secure the presidency. And a man for bebre do na omo any home because enka per what the nchicheya enka wo hoda da ne chemu enka the leader of the Senate enka Ghana high beka say bia speaker of parliament ono ena wo senka odi ade se Cameroon president ni ho a but see the vice presidency na ba ne de echiremu a na omo he's trying to claim the succession of the throne. Cameroon's president Paul Biya, the world's oldest leader, is set to get a vice president for the first time in his 4 decades. Four-decade rule following controversial constitutional changes backed by parliament. Should anything now happen to Biya, who is 93, the vice president will automatically step in and complete the term before a new election is held. The position was scrapped in 1972. In recent years, the leader of the Senate was expected to act as president, but only until a fresh election was arranged. And they said them di kind two jano in 1972 and omo eyi vice president akonya no edisi nchen ewo honom enti no and asese abase Parliament ajatum say yes, I reinstate the seat of the vice president. The opposition said the amendments were hastily drafted and aimed at consolidating power. Even one senator from BS party described the process as suspicious. Enti omwakasa omwo po bi aban mu no omumu bi chiremu as the way Omayan in 10 term all of a sudden, yes, also the vice president, Akonya Nasaba, yeah, vice president, Peripos Shema, Papa de on Wankasani ba ebe vice president. And I say, sad time no mu AC Sajina, you know, na a very, very suspicious. I say, Shishaso Kakra, what is really going on? There has been frequent private speculations about the state of BS health, but openly discussing it is taboo. And he has always defied rumors of his death by appearing in public after long absences. Enti omuchemwa papa no ase ne ho mfa no nanso oni hwan koka o Cameroon ho untimi ma bonten mekasa anyhow se papa no ne ho mfa no dabi wo ma no master papa no wu afiri mu na o mpeso mo beka obenwa se papa ya pie public TV anasa aban television kasa foni so na obekasa kire mu a ne ho ye otiase. Enti akwakoye ensem bi e wo ho apapa no ase omuhu ni se enche because 93 years when nyini ebia niema eni no enche da niye enti ena e wo se papa no so hwe na otutu na chi ye no ena mana akọ vice president Akonya Nasaba back. A joint sitting of both houses of parliament on Saturday passed the bill changing the constitution, which now requires the president's signature with 200 lawmakers voting in favor, 18 against and 4 abstaining. Into Shemu ape omo to abano ejitum say vice president Akonya yensan famra no nipa 208 nipa 200 lawmakers a lawyer for and I say sorry lawmakers yaka lawmakers omo wo parliament omo ajiatum say 200 nipa 200 omo ajiatum say vice president Akonya yensan famra and 18 omo eto aba editia emu enan ede abano says that time no parliament inti they were not there to even vote for or against. So per voting in the ochirema na just vice president Akonya ne de ababa ka ne sa or Cameroon a me the update ni ma say odene Frank Bia ono ena oba be ginem as vice president Cameroon na chese mu chiremu papa no oje Akonya no e de esi ho and it's 46 years ena papa no atena Akonya so na officer still na Akonya no e kanifie ensem bebre eti ebedi nsem na chi ni ahebe bia be kwakosi wo ho na ye de abremo